Okay, now we're gonna deal with Topuria versus Max Holloway. Honestly, I think Max Holloway should be embarrassed because he said that the Topuria was given a shot at Volk without having to face him to kind of fast track him before he loses. That might be true, but I don't think just because just because it's true doesn't mean that the UFC thought that he would lose. It just means that they probably didn't want to risk that. Um, I don't know. I think that that is very presumptuous of any fighter that was in the top five for them to think that Tapuria was on a lower level or on their level kind of irritates me because like I said, I've known for 4 or 5 years that Tapuria was going to be the greatest ever. I mean, he's not there yet. He has to move up and beat Makachev to be considered in that category, of course. But um, it kind of is insulting because you can see Tapura is very confident. He looks at all those fighters as being well below him, and I agree with him. I'm not saying some of them like Yair Rodriguez or even Giga Chikadze can't compete with him or Movsvar. I just don't think that they're gonna win the match against him. And Holloway, I think Holloway doesn't stand a very good chance against Tapuria, and I think he's. I mean, here you got a fighter who's been a world champion but lost 3 times to Volk, and it's like that's your resume against Topuria. And before Topuria fought Volk, it sounds like the UFC is crazy for putting Topuria against Volk. It's why would you skip Holloway? Because you're looking at it like Volk is this great fighter, which he is, and Topuria is unproven. I mean, look at who Topuria's fought. He fought Bryce Mitchell. He fought um, Josh Emmett, and he destroyed these guys. These are top five, top 10 fighters, and I think he's more impressive than what Volk would have done, what Yer would have done, what Ortega would have done, what Holloway would have done. I mean, it's annoying that they don't give people credit. I'm looking at Tapuria as if he's already won titles in many divisions because I believe in him. I already see that in him. I watched him before he entered the UFC. I've seen Holloway his whole career. He's good, but he's not great. He's not great. I mean, he's great compared to the fighters under him. But if you were to look in the future and see Tapuria as a 2 or 3 division champion, you would laugh at Holloway considers himself in that category, and it just irritates me thinking about it. But that's because I believe in Tapuria so much. But let's say they were to fight. Let's say his first defense is against Holloway. I just think Holloway is very durable. I think he would go out there and one of his big strength is to stay active and throw a lot of punches. I don't think that would affect Tapuria because Tapuria rolls very well with punches. I think he would catch Holloway enough, but I think what Holloway would do is take Tapuria's punches very well. I don't think Tapuria would get him out of there like he did with Volk. I don't think it would be that easy. I think Holloway wouldn't be backing up much. I think he would stand his ground. But the thing with this fight, which isn't really going to sell it, I think it would be very much the same. It'd be like a mirrored image. First round would be Tapuria's, just more, whether he throws more punches or not, he's connecting with significant strikes more. I just think the kicks might be a little in favor of Holloway, but I think Tapuria's damage. I think the fact that you'd see Holloway's head snap back, and I think it'd be a pretty action-packed fight, but it would be one-sided. It would be competitive, but it'd be the same thing for 4 rounds. I think Holloway would lose every round. I think the fifth round he would step it up and he'd get hurt. He'd get hurt a little bit more, and I think the fifth round could. I think it would be more of Tapuria just because Holloway would finally realize that man, this guy hits very hard, and I think Holloway would be resigned to just going the distance. And so I don't think this is a very attractive fight. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Holloway has that much of a chance. But you know what? Any fighter on any given day can be another fighter. But my decision on this one, my pick is Tapuria in 5 decision.